Swaye here with another Challenge of Elder weapon review. Today we are going to have a look at the scout rifle Lethe Noblesse. Please excuse my pronunciation as I'm not really sure how this is pronounced. We are going to have a look at the roll that I got on my scout rifle, and we are going to compare this with other popular scouts. Afterwards I will give you my perk recommendations to make this a beast of a weapon, and I will give you my final thoughts on this gun. You can obtain this gun by playing the Challenge of Elders. Let me show you what perks I got on my Lethe Noblesse. Reflex and the OAG rifle scope. Crowd control, perfect balance, hand-laid stock, rifle barrel and hidden hand. To be honest, I could not ask for a better roll. Reflex is my favorite scope, crowd control is great, and I have a wide variety to adjust my range and stability. If I want to keep my range, I can use perfect balance to improve the stability, otherwise I can sacrifice range for stability with hand-laid stock, or I can increase range at the expense of reload speed. This might come in handy for PvE, where you want to keep your distance from bosses and yellow bar enemies. And in the last column I have hidden hand, to improve the aim assist, which will help with getting those headshots more often. Don't forget that I also have the reflex scope, which also improves aim assist as well. And I also have the stability options to choose from. Having all of those perks work together means that A, this will be a very stable gun, and B, the aim assist bump will help with those crit shots. I have to say I'm very lucky with this particular roll. How does this perform when you compare this with other popular mid-impact scout rifles like the Hungary, Threats Upon Stars or the Suros Dis 43? The strengths of this gun are the relatively high range and reload time. But to be honest, all of these guns don't differ that much from one another in terms of stats. It's not the case that if you have a Suros Dis 43 that you are at a disadvantage when you compare it, for example, with a Hungary, because the stability and reload speed are high on that gun. What makes these guns differ from each other are the perk columns. The Lethe Noblesse and Threat Upon Stars, for example, shares the 131 columns, while the Hungary and Tunela SR4 shares the 122 columns. And for example, the Suros Dis 43 has a 212 structure. And each of them has unique perks. The 212 structure from the Suros, for example, is the only perk structure that has full auto, and you can have double range perks or stability perks. Technically speaking, the others can run Zen Moment, but you will need to cause damage to have that activated. I am only talking about the inherent perks that permanently improves a gun. On the other hand, it is also not possible to roll Firefly with this Suros gun. So you should do your research first if you have specific perks in mind that you want on a scout rifle. So talking about perks, what will you be looking for? With the Lethe Noblesse, you will want to be looking for perks that make you as deadly as possible from a medium to long range. For the first column, you'll be looking for Zen Moment to increase your accuracy while doing damage, or Crowd Control to get a bonus damage after a kill. For the middle column, you want stability perks, as you will be operating from medium to long ranges. You will be looking for perks like Perfect Balance, Injection Mold and Hand-laid stock. And for the last column, I can recommend Third Eye, so you won't be flanked when you're scoping in, Hidden Hand to help you with those crit shots, and Reactive Reload, so you get a bonus damage when you reload after a kill. I can recommend you two perk builds. Build number 1. I call this one the Marksman build, which revolves around you being a patient and accurate sharpshooter that keeps the distance with the enemies. This build is solely focused on helping you to get your shots landed, and you will have perks like Zen Moment, Injection Mold and Hidden Hand, which all work hand in hand together to land your shots. Injection Mold will increase the stability of the gun, while Hidden Hand will help you land the crit shots, and Zen Moment let you continue to be even more accurate when you damage an enemy. Build number 2. This one is the opposite. This is built for the Slayer among us who is hunting the enemy down and constantly looking for the next opponent. I call this build the Rambo build. The perks you will be looking for this Rambo build is Crowd Control, High Caliber Rounds and Reactive Reload. Crowd Control and Reactive Reload works very good together, as both give you a damage bonus after a kill. So it will help you with your kill streak, and High Caliber Rounds will stagger the target, which makes it harder for them to target you down. This role will be more for the advanced players, as you won't have any stability perks to help you with your accuracy. Personally, I really like my role with Crowd Control, Hand-laid stock and Hidden Hand. With this current setup, I can be as accurate as possible over medium to long range and challenge snipers or anyone that is out in the open. This is a great PvP weapon for maps like Shores of Time, where there are long sightlines. I combine this with a shotgun or fusion rifle to cover my short range. I really like the mid-impact archetype scouts. I think it has a good combination of impact and rate of fire. Somehow the high impact scouts like the Colophon's Duty or the Jade Rabbit does not feel good in my hands. I feel that they are very heavy and slow for my playstyle. So yeah, I really like this gun and this particular role. But is it that good that you want to grind for it? Well, probably not. As I mentioned before, all of the mid-impact scouts are very viable. It really depends on the perks that you have. When you get one dropped, take a look at it. Do not forget about the Marksman and Rambo perk combos. If you get one of those drops, let me know in the comments below and share your experience with us. Well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet to stay up to date on my latest videos. And as always, I will see you later, Guardians.